Do you see the problem with the sixth step? They're talking about perfection. Perfection? Nobody, have you ever seen a perfect human? Nobody can achieve perfection. That's a joke. It can't be done. And then Bill goes, well, let's see if we can find an example somewhere of this principle working. Let me see if there was something in your life that you became entirely willing to have removed, and it was removed. What about your drinking? And then we go, didn't you become entirely willing to have God take that away? And didn't he take it when you humbly asked? Isn't it totally gone? So we can no longer rest on the theory that it doesn't work. You see what I mean? We're caught in a box now. This is what he writes in the 12 and 12. Having been granted a perfect release from alcoholism, why can't we summon the same desire to have the other character defects removed? This is the riddle of our existence. So then he goes on, the answer to this may only be in the mind of God. But he speculates as to what it might be. And what it might be is the other defects are not fatal in the sense that alcoholism was killing us. And so our very nature could go against our instinctual drives and say, I don't care what, I'm totally willing to have that removed. But as far as the other character defects are concerned, we're going to have to settle for as much perfection as we can get. We're going to have to spend the rest of our lives trying to move further along, which means we're always going to be caught in the spirituality of imperfection. We're going to have to learn to be happy and comfortable with the deal that you can't get perfect. And so you see the importance of being able to do that is where serenity is going to come from, where you're going to be able to say, I am trying very hard and still failing. And that's the way the deal is set up, and I can accept that. Now this is freedom. Freedom from that voice that's telling you, you got to be the exception. You should never get mad. You should never forget something. You should never. So there's a sentence in there that says, desires will always be found which oppose the grace of God. And that's because these instinctual drives, which are the basis of the character defects, are also necessary for us to stay alive. They were put in us so that we'll reproduce and take care of ourselves and form societies and all of that. But as Bill writes in there, those are not the purpose of being alive, and they also cannot be managed by us. So without a higher power, those drives will always dominate us. And that's the frustration of not being able to build character on your own. I'm trying to rise above myself by myself. That's an egocentric person. You've got to rise above yourself. Oh, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Now your problem is self-centeredness. Yes, it is. And I'll fix it. You see what I mean? We just never want to be out of the driver's seat. We just don't want to. So we learn that we're going to have to become God-centered. And even when we become God-centered, we're still going to be struggling with, I'm still not there. I still have these thoughts. I still have this, that, and I still have that. And you go, that's right. Now get comfortable with it. And it's getting comfortable with the dynamics of not being able to achieve perfection that gives us peace of mind.